While WordPress is a wonderful blogging tool and a website creation software, it does have some competition. You might have heard of other providers such as Wix.com, which is an easy to use platform for complete novices, as well as WordPress.com itself, which we just discussed shortly before. Now, if you are going down the route of choosing between Wix, WordPress.com versus WordPress, here's a comparison provided by amazing HubSpot company. It's a very good article. I'll provide a link to this article, but I want to summarize this information. It's a massive article. Essentially, Wix is a proprietary web building software. It is a great experience. That said, it is proprietary. So, does it provide an option for you to export your content? You should be aware that it doesn't provide the flexibility in terms of being able to export your content. Here, in my WordPress site, if I log in, you can see that I can export under Tools, Export. I can export all of my content and then import it into a different site. But since it's created in an XML file, I should be able to export it into other platforms. Similarly, if I was to use WordPress.com, I can export it and then import it and set up my own custom site on my own servers. Yeah. So there's that flexibility compared to Wix. What else? While the designs are amazing, they're more geared towards single page landing pages rather than multi-page sites, right? So there's some flexibility, lack of some flexibility there. Now, while WordPress used to be less flexible in terms of their editor, with the launch of Gutenberg editor in WordPress version 5, which is almost a year ago, that has changed. As you will see in this course, you have a lot of capability in terms of creating visually rich content. It's an amazing editor now. It's quite easy to use, and even for a novice, you'll be able to create some amazing designs. On the plugin front, the main advantage with WordPress being what it is, it has been there since 2003 and is heavily supported by a large base of developers, being open source. What that means is there's over 55,000 free plugins, not to count all the paid ones, with premium plugins in marketplaces. What that provides is unlimited flexibility in terms of functionality. So if we think in terms of what can I do with WordPress beyond just blogging, a lot. You could create e-commerce site. You could create learning management systems. Anything and everything you can think of. You can create intranets with WordPress, right? I myself have developed several types of sites with WordPress, including things like for architecture or building industry, cafes, car repair shops, community sites, dentists, gardeners, scientists, small business, sports stores, yeah, whatever you can think of. It is quite flexible platform. The other thing you need to think about is with these templates, while it looks tempting to go with these templates, a lot of Wix templates tend to be quite heavy in terms of how they're built, with a lot of styling and JavaScript that can slow things down. Since I use GeneratePress, which is an extremely lightweight theme, right? So it's under 30 kilobytes. It's very, very lightweight. It's already search engine optimized. And it's unlimited possibilities in terms of design, and extreme support from Tom Osborne means that that's the theme that I tend to use. It's a paid theme, but as you can see, each and every site looks different, and you can create whatever idea you have in your mind, we can get that there. I will provide links to purchase GeneratePress as a referral link. I will get a little bit bonus if you do decide to purchase through my referral link. But again, this is the theme I tend to use, so please feel free to purchase that. Similarly, Since I tend to go with SiteGround, which is one of the more expensive hosting providers, but the price you pay is for a reason. They are the best hosting providers. They have very good uptime, which means they don't go down as often, and they also are really fast. And if you want to go for a comparison of all the hosting providers, I've embedded a video here by Daryl Winson where he compared around 8 different hosting providers, all the major hosting providers, and all his tests finally recommend SiteGround as one of the best options out there. So what more? Well, if you think in terms of pricing, initially it might look like Wix is a cheaper option, but in the long run, you end up paying a lot more, right? You don't have a lot of flexibility. But if you are thinking in terms of a single page site or a simple blog, you could go either with Wix or even the free version of WordPress.com or just a personal version of WordPress.com for $5 a month. I would recommend that if your needs are fairly limited. But however, if you are going down the e-commerce path, I would highly recommend getting WordPress.org and setting up something like WooCommerce and going down that path, right? The search engine optimization, again, by using certain plugins, WordPress becomes technically one of the best search engine optimized publishing tools. And it provides, WordPress also it started out as a blogging platform. Therefore, with Gutenberg and all the new editing functionality, WordPress is one of the best drag and drop builders out there. And it's amazing what you can do with WordPress. Now, while there is no dedicated support for WordPress.org, it is all community driven, so you can post questions in the forum and you will get some support through developers like myself. Therefore, to summarize, if you are after a basic site, you could very well go with Wix or WordPress.com, or even a very basic package, one of my basic packages with WordPress.org set up for you in the way you want it to look.